everybody. Welcome to the Claude Code. I am your host, Claude Racine, and usually on the show, I'm suffocating your bullshit, giving you a bunch of mindset, motivation, inspiration, but I'm doing something new. So every Friday this year, I am going to be dropping videos on exactly how I reversed my Hashimoto's autoimmune disease and how I lost 35 pounds. So if losing weight is huge on your New Year's resolution, if it's a major goal of yours this year, if you suffer from autoimmune condition, if you have chronic disease, diabetes, cancer, anything like that, thyroid problems, ulcerative colitis, what else do my clients even if you have like a hysterectomy or you're in menopause or perimenopause, you don't want to miss these episodes. Be sure that you subscribe to my show and turn on notifications so you get notified when I drop a brand new informative episode of the Claude Code to help you get healthy and get your ass in gear and finally lose that weight in 2024. Okay, we're not playing games. So today I'm going to talk to you about the number one cause of this microphone, though. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the number one cause of chronic illness, inflammation. Okay, I'm doing that over again. All right, so on the first episode of the Claude Code informational series, I'm going to talk to you about inflammation. It is the root cause of all chronic illness. The root cause of all chronic illness. This is why if you suffer and struggle from depression, from anxiety, I didn't mention those earlier, autoimmune, if you suffer from bad, heavy, painful periods, irregular cycles, migraines, if you can't sleep, you guys, this shit's not normal. If you're bloated, this is all inflammation, autoimmune, joint pain, brain fog. This is all inflammation. And the sad truth of it is a lot of women, especially in the United States, suffer from everything I just listed. Thyroid problems as well. I myself am a Hashimoto's warrior. I have been annihilating that motherfucker and managing it since October of 2020. Well, no, I found out I had Hashimoto's October of 2020. It took me almost 2 years to find something that works to lose weight. Like, you guys, if you don't know, I was a cast member of a beach body workout called 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme Real Time with Autumn Calabrese. And when I did that, I was able to lose, I think I lost 13 pounds in 8 weeks. Okay. So after I got pregnant and after I had my son, if you don't know, after I had my son, I suffered really bad postpartum depression and anxiety. And I was suicidal for over a year. About 6 months into postpartum, I decided, okay, I got to get my ass up. Enough of this depression shit. I need to start working out again. I need to stop drinking wine because I literally drowned myself in wine and food to comfort myself from the anxiety and depression I was feeling, which, you guys, by the way, all led to an autoimmune diagnosis. These things don't pop out of nowhere. They, are rumbling around in the gut. It is all due to inflammation and everything that I was going through. The gut feeds the brain feeds the gut. It's all connected. So here I am, depressed, anxious, eating all this shit, processed foods, drinking alcohol, making it 10 times worse. Anywho, 6 months after having my son, I got back into Beachbody, back into measuring my containers, and nothing worked. Not a single pound would come off me. I mean, I think I did lose about 9 pounds, but I had 35 to 40 pounds to lose. So 9 pounds in 6 months was not it for me. I was fucking pissed, you guys. So I got diagnosed with Hashimoto's because I went to the doctor to get my blood work done. Why am I not losing weight? I'm doing cardio. We all think that cardio is the way to go. I'm counting my containers. I'm doing all the things I did before my baby and nothing's working. Like, what the fuck is going on? And you guys, I knew nothing about gut health, about inflammatory foods. I knew nothing because my whole life I have been very fit. I was a professional dancer for 18 years. I could eat whatever I wanted, not gain a pound. And then after having my son, all that changed dramatically. So I got diagnosed and the doctor tried to put me on Synthroid, I think it is. And 5 days after taking that, I felt like absolute butthole. Like I felt like ass. So I threw it in the trash, and that began my journey of trying to find an answer to what is this Hashimoto situation and how am I going to heal it? So about a year later, I go to a different doctor. He tells me I have Hashimoto's. I'm like, no shit, I know that. And he's like, unfortunately, there's nothing you can do. It's genetic and it's just there, and your numbers aren't high enough to put you on meds, which I never wanted to be on meds. And then I'm looking at him like, there's no way that this is the answer. There's no way that I have to accept this as my reality. This body, my health, like I'm just going to be fucking inflamed and swollen and puffy and miserable and uncomfortable for the rest of my fucking life and not be able to lose weight or get in shape. I don't fucking think so. Like I was pissed, you guys. I refused to accept that. So about a year after that, maybe like a few months, 6 or 7 months, I go to a couples meetup with my husband for this program that he did called MDK Project with Bedros Keuilian, who is also my business mentor. Now, he wasn't then. And there's this cute blonde running around with this cute ass, and I'm like, I want a butt like that. Like, my body used to look like that. Where the fuck did it go? I want it back. So we talked, and she ended up being a functional nutritionist, and I got on a phone call with her a couple days later and then hired her. And it was terrifying because it was the most money I'd ever spent on my health in my life. But she was very confident in what she knew and how she could help me. So we tested my poop and found a bunch of shit, literally and figuratively, wrong with my gut. I had leaky gut, gut dysbiosis, tons of inflammation in my body. Hashimoto's was running rampant. We know this. Estrogen dominance. All kinds of things were off in my body. But when I started working with her, we attacked the inflammation. We healed my gut. I lost 35 pounds and reversed my Hashimoto's. My numbers went from 400 to 139. A normal range is 30. Okay. So with all that said, I have been through it. I have been through the gauntlet. I have tried and tried several different things, hired different people, paid different doctors. I had hired a nutritionist right before I found my functional nutritionist. Her name is Rachel Shear. I had hired this other nutritionist who kind of gave me like a piece to the puzzle, but I needed 5. Everybody needs 5. So if you're a woman and you're in your 40s or you're middle-aged and this is happening to you, you're like, oh my God, this is me. Please look no further. Like, oops, sorry, this mic. Look absolutely no further. I have been through it and I have figured it out, okay? And you don't want to miss these episodes because I'm going to drop weekly what exactly the steps I took to reverse my autoimmune disease and lose 35 pounds. And I lost 35 pounds in about 9 months with my autoimmune disease. So, all right, so number one thing, inflammation. Everybody has it. And there are 3 major causes of inflammation. Number 1 is overeating or eating the wrong foods, right? Inflammatory foods. So if you're overeating, this is why macros are so important. And I'll get to macros in a different video, but you need to know how much energy and food your body needs daily for the amount of exercise you're doing, how much energy you're using, and how much energy it's able to process, okay? Knowing your macros is key here, but also knowing what foods to stay away from. So one of the biggest things that saved my life was cutting out inflammatory foods. Number 1 most inflammatory food of life is unfortunately gluten. And if you have autoimmune disease, if you have Hashimoto's or you're celiac, this is very, very dangerous. And I'll tell you why. Because Hashimoto's is a case of too many antibodies in our body, right? When you go get your blood work done, you want to check for anti-TPO and anti-TG. And if those are high and out of range, you have Hashimoto's. Now, this does not mean that your thyroid is compromised. It does mean that it can get compromised, and I'm about to explain why. But if they try to put you on some thyroid meds, that's not the problem. Hashimoto's is an immune system problem, not a thyroid problem. So the thyroid hormone and gluten at a molecular level, look almost identical. So what happens is when we eat gluten, it causes an inflammatory response. Yes, this is in everyone. But because of our overcharge of antibodies, it creates an immune response. So the antibodies start to attack the gluten. But because the thyroid hormone is almost identical, it starts to attack that as well because it can't tell the difference. Make sense? So number one, if you have autoimmune or you're suffering from inflammation, get rid of gluten. And no, do not supplement that or replace that with gluten-free shit, because gluten-free shit has other shit you don't want to put in your body. So just get rid of it. You have to get rid of that kind of food, especially if you're in your healing phase. You want to get rid of that. Healing phase meaning like you are healing right now. This is not, it's not overall health. It's I'm healing my body. So you have to remove anything that's going to prevent your body from healing for a little bit. Like give it a chance to restore and heal. So gluten, also dairy. Now, some people don't have like an immediate reaction to dairy or they can tolerate it. But my suggestion is, and this is what I did to get my results. So I'm going to tell you what saved me. Okay. I removed dairy completely, all dairy, because it is an inflammatory food and it can feed bad bacteria in your gut and disrupt your natural gut microbiome. Dairy, gluten, sugar. We all know sugar ain't it. So while you heal, which I recommend like 6 months to a year, just get rid of this shit. I got rid of it for 6 months straight. I did not cheat. I didn't deviate from eating whole one ingredient foods, nothing. I didn't drink any alcohol. I was very, very focused. Okay, so gluten, dairy, sugar. You also want to get rid of soy. And sorry for all my vegetarians and vegans out there. That is a problem that I come across with some of my clients is finding a good enough protein source that doesn't have soy or too many carbs in it. But that's for a different conversation. So gluten, dairy, sugar, soy, and also you guys, are you ready? Alcohol. Ladies, get rid of the alcohol. For your sanity, okay? Get rid of the alcohol. Pour some fucking sparkling water in a wine glass and call it wine. There are many reasons for this, but a really big one is our estrogen is metabolized in the liver. And when you drink alcohol, your liver stops doing anything else. And it has many, many functions, including metabolizing estrogen. When you drink alcohol, it stops doing that. And your liver will solely focus on getting that poison out of your body. So, very important that we don't drink so that your liver can metabolize the estrogen, because guess what? If it doesn't metabolize the estrogen gets reabsorbed back into your body. Now you have estrogen dominance. Now you have weight loss resistance. Now you have unexplained weight gain. Now you have dry vagina, low libido, mood swings out the fucking wazoo. Your husband doesn't know who the fuck you are, neither do you. Drop the alcohol. And yes, even in moderation. You guys, it's a toxin. Would you look at your kid and be like, cocaine in moderation is okay? You're basically doing the same thing, if not worse. That's how bad liquor is. Drop it, okay? Gluten, dairy, sugar, soy, alcohol. We also want to be careful of all seed oils, okay? Now, people are like, well, a seed oil is just oil from a seed. How they get the oil from the seed, the process, they use detergents and chemicals. And then they heat it up and make those detergents and chemicals even more vile and even more unstable. And now they get in your gut and they stay in your bloodstream for like 6 months. It's gross. So no seed oils. I don't care if they say organic. The only kind that is safe is if it's cold pressed. Not expeller pressed, cold pressed. You want to stay away from like soy lecithin, sunflower lecithin, safflower lecithin, sunflower oil, all those things. Palm oil. You want to stay away from mono and diglycerides. Same shit. Those are all bad. You want to stay away from that. Those are inflammatory. You want to stay away from gums, guar gums, xanthan gum. That shit feeds the bad bacteria in your gut and disrupts the gut microbiome. You have to check your milks. You have to, the ingredients in like oat milk, almond milk that you buy at the store. I have a few videos on my Instagram right now where I dive into the ingredients of what most people think are healthy products to drink and eat, and they're not. So make sure you go to my Instagram at Glow Up With Claude and check out those reels that I made for you. Really pay attention to the ingredient list. So those are some of the most inflammatory things you want to get rid of right now to give your body a break, get rid of the inflammation. You guys, when I got my blood work done a year after working with my functional nutritionist, I had zero inflammation in my body. None. So it is possible. You have to be diligent. You have to get rid of those foods. That's the number one cause. Second cause of inflammation is stress, ladies. You can be sitting there worrying about something, worrying about your kids, worrying about I don't know what, and you are causing inflammation in your body. Very important that you have stress management tools. I want you to take care of yourself once a week, maybe once every other week. Get a massage, get a facial, something to relax you. And this is also where a morning routine or a night routine is so fucking important, especially for women. You need 7 hours of sleep every single night so that your hormones can do what they do and restore and refresh. You can't go with less than 7 hours. And no, this isn't based on like, it depends on who you are. No, all women need at least 7 hours of sleep for your body to lose the fat, build the muscle, regenerate, for your hormones to restore and be healthy and do all the things. For your whole body to do the cleaning and everything, you need at least 7 hours of sleep, at least per night. Wake up at the same time every day. Go to bed at the same time every night. Be intentional about these things. Don't just wake up whenever, go to bed whenever. Be intentional and have a morning routine that honors you and your body. It could just be journaling. It could be making a cup of tea, reading a self-development book for 10 minutes, stretching, meditating, visualizing. Spend 15 to 20 minutes honoring you in the morning, okay? And work on breathing through stressful times. Work on communicating through stressful moments as opposed to holding all that in and causing unnecessary inflammation in your body. Take a dance class. Like, go do something you love to do. Go run. Like, go enjoy yourself, okay? All my moms out there, please, go enjoy yourself. You deserve it. Take some time for you. You guys know what I do? I have simple paintings. I think they're called simple paintings. They're like painting by numbers, and I love them. Okay, I'm only doing one. It's my first one, but I love it. And when I need to just like disconnect, I get out my simple painting and I paint by number. Have something that is yours, that is for you, that you can use to just relax, de-stimulate from everything, and stress management, okay? Breathing is great, but you don't want to worry because worrying causes inflammation. All right, third cause of inflammation are these little things called xenoestrogens, right? Environmental really is the third cause of inflammation, like environmental toxins. There are xenoestrogens, hormone disruptors that you can find in makeup, skincare, laundry detergent, bath soap, everything, detergent, toothpaste. So what I recommend is you go to ewg.org and you check the products that you have at your house. You check your detergents, your fabric softeners. Get rid of anything that is above a number. I'm going to say 3, but really a 2. You don't want to go above anything that's a 2. And when you go to ewg.org, you will know what I'm talking about. It's best to find things that are EWG verified. So if you're like, okay, well, I need a new detergent, go to ewg.org and search for an EWG verified laundry detergent. I use Attitude. It's a company called Attitude. I order it on Amazon. What else? I also am an affiliate for a makeup and skincare company that has a detergent, a deodorant that I love. It's called Beauty Counter, and 84% of their products are EWG verified. So you want to get rid of as many toxic products around your house as you can, because what they do is they get in your system and they take up the space of your hormone receptor sites. Now your body's like thinking that you have these hormones there, but they're not really hormones. It's toxins. So your body will stop producing those hormones because it thinks that there's enough. So very, very dangerous and causes a lot of inflammation again. So 3 major causes of inflammation: overeating or eating of processed inflammatory foods, stress, and environmental toxins, things called xenoestrogens, hormone disruptors. So how do we get rid of inflammation? Well, we cut out all inflammatory foods. We count our macros, right, to make sure that we're not overeating. We're working out. You guys, working out is not just to gain or lose fat, but it's just to get rid of all of your shit, you know? It's to get rid of the stress. It's to get rid of whatever you're frustrated at. It's to get rid of all the thoughts and things that aren't serving you. Because when you're doing something objective, like with your body, it takes you out of your mind and it clears the space. And you can take out your aggression. You can take out your sadness or the stress from the day before or even from the morning. You guys, I wake up several times, like in a month or whatever, feeling not so hot mentally, right? Whether I'm like anxious about something that's coming up, or I'm overwhelmed by the amount of work I have to do, or I'm nervous about a podcast I have to shoot, or, whatever it is, a new client that I'm onboarding and want to make sure that I show up for them 100%. And then I go to the gym. And when I get out of that fucking workout, you guys, I feel so much better. And as the day progresses and I stick to my plan, my routine, my discipline, I feel better and better and better and better because I kept my word to myself, because I went and I got the negative shit out by working out. And now I go run in the afternoons, and that's another way for me to get a different perspective, to just shut everything off. Everybody leaves me alone. I go run. So working out is an amazing way to get rid of stress. So we want to make sure that we're getting rid of all inflammatory foods. We're working out, right? We're doing self-care, whether that's a skincare routine or journaling or both, stretching, meditating, visualizing, whatever. Honor you daily. And then once a week or once every 2 weeks, get a massage, go get a facial, something that's just for you, that's your time. And then we want to get rid of household products and things that are full of toxins. We want to get them checked on ewg.org to see what level of toxicity they're at, okay? So, you guys, that's the episode on inflammation. And drop in the comments if you guys have anything specific you would like me to talk about in next week's episode on how to lose weight, how to get healthy, how to reverse autoimmune. But definitely tackling inflammation. Oh, you guys, one more thing that I forgot. My favorite anti-inflammatory supplement is fish oil. And I'm going to link in the description the exact fish oil that I use. It's from Metagenics. It is a liquid fish oil. It doesn't give you like the weird fish oil burps, and it tastes like lemon. And anyways, you guys, I tell my clients, if it's going to help your health, suck it up if you don't like the taste. Just shove it down your fucking pie hole and shut up. Shut your shit up. Choose health. There are many supplements I have to take that taste like butthole, but I know that they are doing my insides a lot of good. They're helping me heal, feel better, look better, and just create a better life all around, you guys. And that's what the Claude Code is about. I hope that you have really found this episode helpful, full of value. And if you have, please share it. Please leave a comment, leave me some love, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, go share this episode on Instagram, share it with your friends. Let's spread the word on inflammation and the causes of it, and how we can also get rid of inflammation so that we can get rid of disease, lose weight, and balance our hormones, you guys. Don't let a doctor tell you to go on birth control. That's addressing a symptom, not the root cause. And what did I just say? Inflammation is the root cause of all chronic illness. It's basically the root cause of like every problem you can think of, health problem you can think of. So let's start here. Let's start by getting rid of all the shit that causes inflammation, and just be non-negotiable about it. Be diligent about it. And also, you guys, go follow me on Instagram at Glow Up With Claude. I give a lot of free value there as well. Tips on how I lost 35 pounds there and reversed my Hashimoto's, and how I built an almost 7-figure business in under 2 years, under a year and a half, really, but who's counting? Anyways, hope you guys love this. Leave me some love on here. And if you guys have any requests for what you would like for me to talk about on the next episode, drop it down here in the comments. I love you guys. See you next time.